Mhm.
From your point of view, what's the role of technology, and does it really help contract administration? I know it could be quite laborious reading crazy amount of contract documents, understanding every single clause. What part of that does technology help with? Digitalization.
Well, there's a lot of new programs. So a client will use a system that will allow you to upload notices and change orders, Aconex for something like Aconex, which allows
Aconex,
you, yeah,
Procore.
Procore, any of those contract management softwares are pretty good. Um, my biggest problem with those things is the softwares themselves are pretty good. The problem is no one seems to have ever thought about the type of person they're asking to deal with the software.
Picnic. Problem in chair, not in computer.
Yes. Yeah. Right. I love it. That's fantastic. So you're asking site supervisors and project managers who are problem solvers walking around site all day, every day. They are literally, they see a physical problem and they fix a physical problem. That's what they're good at. Right? That's what you want. Right? You're asking those same guys to sit down on a computer and fill out forms every time there's a notice of delay in a specific way or do stuff. What ends up happening is it doesn't happen. And so even though these systems are great themselves, you don't get the result that you want because the people aren't doing it.
The quality of the information provided is not great.
Well, the quality is not there, but also quantity. People are just not doing it.
True. And there's no willingness to.
There's no willingness to, because they've made it too hard for them to do it. They want some sort of, they're thinking in their heads that some sort of engineer or techie person is going to be doing this. And even still, even if it is an engineer, sometimes it's not their type of engineering. It's not a software engineer per se.
So what's your potential views and solutions to that problem? How do we get the site team to uptake technology to better benefit a project?
I think, but this is it. This is the role of, well, so you got contracts administrators and you got a quantity surveyor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so my view is sometimes a contracts administrator is literally can be considered maybe just a paper pusher.
Yeah.
Right. So, oh yeah, I'll submit this document there and I'll submit this other document there. That's not really what you need.
Mm-hmm.
You need someone whose job it is to go around site, understand the site, understand changes in documents, understand changes, have relationships with project managers, have relationships with the people on site to take that information from them and then input it into the system. That's the link that is missing. And so, for example, with subcontractors, they don't have that link because they're asking the project managers to do it on top of their day job.
Yeah.
Because they can't afford, well, maybe they don't value that position enough to do. But if you think about the biggest construction companies in the world, and if they're paying really, really good guys, let's just say it doesn't matter the size of the contract, but if you got a contracts administrator, you're talking 150 grand a year. Probably not even for a particularly great person, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
A lawyer, you're probably talking 200, right? A quantity surveyor, 150, maybe 200 as well, right? And so most big construction companies will at least have a quantity surveyor on site. They'll have a lawyer in-house and they'll probably have a contracts manager as well.
Yeah.
So just those three people per year on their project is about 600 grand.
Easily. Yeah.
And so
that's $500,000 plus.
Exactly. And so, but the thing is, the big companies know that there's an ROI on these people.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the small companies think, oh, that's an expense. And that's the difference.
But the ROI for the big companies is they're not losing money.
They're not losing money, but they're also claiming money. They're on top. 100%. So there's a company that I used to deal with. So I knew the CEO. He's an Irish guy. And they just went absolute. They sold to a company called S&C Lavalin for a couple of billion.
Yep.
And he would say that we would get a project at net neutral or at a loss, knowing that we had the quantity surveyors and the contracts people in the post-award phase to make our margin. through changes.
Oh, that's pretty much what CPB do as well, don't they?
That's
They've got
it.
Extremely great commercial managers, quantity surveyors, planners. They invest in all these people. They got good systems and good processes. They'll bid at cost and get every single variation approved.
Exactly. And the thing is, for the subcontractors,
Mm.
is there's no reason now that you can't do that with technology. And you should be doing that, because we say to our clients, the returns are in the terms and the margin is in the post award. So you want to make your margin, you got to get all of these things, these paperwork stuff that you don't like doing, that you know you should do. You should have a person doing it, or you could have a company like ours doing it for you.
There you go, mate. What a great sales pitch right there. To anybody listening out there, if you need help with any contract administration, get in touch with Quantum Contract Solution. How's that?